I'm a little nervous tonight. I want things to be right. Nice hat. Pulled down over your face. It's a very important night. Be busy. Do something. Come on, dummy. Come on. Now, it's time. Live and in living color. The greatest world's heavyweight champion in the history of this great sport. And it's my pleasure to introduce...
It's Sunday night, and the week's been rough. Maybe you didn't catch up on all your wrestling stuff. Welcome to a show you can trust, with Nathan has skill pumps and Giandra LaBeouf. Illuminerdi wrestling order, keeping up with everything wrestling every week, kinda sorta. If you missed it, we got you. We might have missed it too. So let's talk through the stuff we did get to. Down under like a didgeridoo, but aim at the top spot. Power Rangers show, we looking at you. It's all the same Illuminerdi crew, but our show is COVID sick. Y'all, seasonal flu. We've been through a producer or two. Now Shay's riding with us and he's stuck like glue. We are R-rated. With curse words, weed, liquor, and brew. But we ask Joe for forgiveness, not permission. I thought that you knew. Hey, is this gonna get me in trouble, man?
Hello!
Yeah! Fuck monetization!
Welcome back to the Illuminerdi Wrestling Order. It's been a couple weeks, and Pumps, we found out early
and often
that this show apparently can't be monetized.
Nope, there must not be a lot going on Monday night, because they saw us pop up and said, they hit us with the Mutombo. No.
Does that shock you whatsoever that this show cannot be monetized?
No, not even a little bit.
It can't be. Not only can it not be monetized through YouTube,
we can't be viewed half the time.
It can't be monetized via like super chats. We can't even monetize money that the fans give us.
Yeah, well,
it's wild. This is
support your local YouTube show. With thoughts and prayers.
Here we are.
Go down to Verde Plus. Tell him Nate sent you, and he gets a nice little kickback.
Yeah,
that's how you can support the show.
What up to the chat? What up to Jezzer? What up to Verdi? Verby. Sorry,
Nate putting a D in there as usual.
Right. Listen, as you know, I was laughing pretty hard before we started the show. So I'm trying to get my legs back under me.
Get your sea legs ready.
Here we are, Hall and Nash in the WWF in 1995.
Hey, yo.
That is Pumps. I am Nathan Haskell.
I don't have a toothpick.
I know. And we are back here on the Illuminerdi Wrestling Order. It's been 2 weeks and I have forgotten what we've even have or haven't discussed.
Well, the last thing we talked about was the old PPV, and just a little bit has happened since then. Just a little bit.
Now, I also don't want to have a whole, because, had we done the shows, we would have had a full in-depth, but we can touch on it. You know what I mean? Like, come on,
it's out there. If you don't
know, to lose?
If you don't know by now,
what do we have to lose? Monetization?
Yeah. If you're coming to this show for late breaking news, good fucking luck.
I want to give a shout out to Shay behind the boards there, producer Shay.
Yes, shout out to the Realm.
Yeah.
Sorry,
shout out to the Realm. Yeah, I know. No, but you know what? I'm glad you did that, because I had a note to do that. Whenever we come on Monday nights, we pay respect to the Realm of Collectors, who are, very, very close friends of the show.
Yes.
Or at least you and I.
Yeah.
Per se.
I'm sorry I missed you while you're at BotCon, Realm, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
Shout out to the Realm. The Monday's usually their nights, but due to unforeseen circumstances, here we are.
Yep.
Pumps, talk to me about the CM Punk press conference.
Well, my week was good. Thanks for asking.
I'm having a gummy from Verde Plus.
Hey, Verde Plus. I can't even pretend to guess street names in LA. South Los Santos. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, so when we last left our heroes, Nate and Pumps, the pay-per-view had just wrapped up. And as said pay-per-view was wrapping up, one Phil Brooks went into a bit of a tirade about.
I think it's safe to say that anybody that's watching the show knows what happened.
Went into a tirade about old Colt Cabana and the Bucks and Kenny and Hangman Adam Page, and said, if anybody has a problem with me, they can come fucking see me. Sure enough, they did.
Yeah. So there was some chairs thrown.
One at least.
There was some people bitten.
One at least.
There was guys I didn't even know worked there getting suspended.
Like who?
Pat Buck? Who the fuck is that?
Oh, he's a producer.
Guys I didn't even know existed getting suspended.
He helped train MJF at Creative Pro Wrestling.
Guys I didn't know existed getting suspended.
That's fair. That's fair.
Guys getting removed from the AEW Dynamite intro that caused a hubbub.
Quite a kerfuffle.
At this point, we don't know. They were suspended with pay.
Yes.
That's whack.
Yes.
That basically says that we're only suspending you. They're like cops that shoot people and then get a sweet desk job for a little while they get investigated, correct?
Yeah, I mean, basically they're on administrative leave. So, yeah, Daniels was involved too. Yeah, you're right, Verby. There was a bunch. There was Nakazawa. There was Brandon Cutler. Obviously, the Bucks and Kenny. Pat Buck, Daniels, Ace Steel, Punk. Yeah, so the only two that weren't involved were the ones that started the whole thing, which was Scotty Colton and Hangman Page. So, yeah. Punk is hurt. He's legitimately got a pec or a triceps injury. So, I mean, he's out regardless.
Yeah.
Kenny and the Bucks, I don't know. I don't know what you do with them. Being the Elite, the YouTube show is on hiatus. So
when they bring them back, do they address it?
I mean, well, here's the problem: is they've already said they're going to do an independent investigation, which we see how those go in wrestling. I mean, shit, we see how those go in the real world, so you can only imagine how it's going to go in wrestling.
What? An investigation into what?
Well, who instigated it? What?
Who cares? You've just suspended everybody. They're paying their penance. Let's go. Like, you're going to suspend them more?
Well, the problem is, technically, the Bucks and Kenny are management. So,
right.
I mean, does this... I know they're independent contractors, but they were technically at the workplace, so they're not employees technically, but I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I just play one on TV.
This will be a Dark Side of the Ring in like 2 years.
I think Darkseid is working with, it was something I was going to mention. Darkseid is now working with like a streaming service. They've brought their content to... Well,
The Rock got all in on the Territories show.
Right, that's what I'm saying. The Darkseid people are working with The Rock on something. That's what it was. Yeah. But it's coming to a platform. I just don't know which one.
There's a lot of things that are going to go to platforms. You just don't know which one.
That's true.
It's crazy.
It's weird. You never know where things are going. What platforms things are going to pop up on.
Crazy.
Hey yo.
Okay.
Look at old Phil.
Yeah, there
he's hurt.
He was. Listen.
He's angry. He's tired. He works with fucking children.
He had a meltdown. Right? Like, I would like to think that he would probably take a few of those things back. Maybe not. Just in the moment. I'm not saying he doesn't mean them.
Right.
I'm just saying,
yeah.
In retrospect.
I tend to lean towards his point of view because he has been the biggest draw in the biggest company in the world before.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, I get it. He rubs some people the wrong way and whatever, but...
I do want to mention something, and here's a cheap plug. to my new favorite wrestling podcast.
Oh,
the Kevin Nash podcast.
Oh God,
it's pumps. I'm telling you, you'd love it. They don't even really talk wrestling half the time.
Does he talk red wine?
A little bit. Or
of course he does.
They'll talk politics. They'll talk fucking band frontmen. It's a really fun show. It's okay. I think you would like it.
I'm assuming it's on the Conrad Thompson network.
No, it's affiliated. It's like a tree, like you know what I mean? They talk. Yeah. We're talking Detroit style pizza for like a half an hour the other day. And his co-host is the dude that did all of those OG shoot interviews.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Sean Oliver.
Yeah, you shoot guy.
Yeah, Sean Oliver. Yeah. It's great. I really look forward to it because they talk wrestling, they weave it in and out of other things, and it's a good break from your wrestling podcast, much like the one that you and I do here.
Yeah.
At the Illuminerdi.
I've never disliked Kevin Nash.
But I know you would 100% agree with him on all of the political views, so you can watch
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, see, because I just assume anyone from Michigan is a fucking whack job these days, but
it's the complete opposite. He also just put out his own weed. It's a good show, dude.
Good for you. Good for you there, Kevin. Good for you, Super Shredder.
It's a great show. So shout out to the Kevin Nash podcast. In a sea of wrestlers with podcasts, it is a lighthouse. If that's that's the proper.
I like it. Yeah, a shining beacon of light, if you will, Daddy.
Yeah, but
I like it.
But what brought that on was Nash was talking about, and Nash gives a fuck you, Phil. He fucks him up. Oh yeah,
less than a fuck.
Oh,
yeah,
he's great, bro. He tells you how the fuck he really feels. And he goes, listen, I get it. Punk had a meltdown at the press conference, and that happens to the best of us.
Yep.
He goes, my problem is that you didn't work for like 10 years or 7 years. And you're this frustrated after a year and a half.
A year, yeah.
You know what I mean? He goes, dude. He goes, I was 40. He goes, I was 50 when you cut that promo on me in the WWE where you said the knees cracking and did I know you were dead or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I was way older than you when you were doing that promo, and you missed all these years, and you come back after a year and a half and you're like having a meltdown. Like, come on, man. It's kind of like, but I'm a Punk apologist as well. So like I understand both sides. But when Nash said it, I kind of didn't think of it like that. I was like, yeah, dude, you kind of like makes the most money in the company. They kind of let you be the champion all the time. I mean, you haven't had to work in like 7 years and you're having an absolute meltdown after a year and a half. Like,
but CM Punk still gives a shit.
I understand that too.
And,
I'm just saying,
and when Nash was in TNA,
from a professional standpoint is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like with their eyes on you. When Nash was in TNA, he knew nobody the fuck was watching. He was also collecting a check.
Yeah, and he was buttering up Dixie Carter. So, I mean, I get it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do see both sides, and I don't disagree with him. Is that the best place to air your grievances? No.
Right.
But again, this is
I'm
Punk.
also paraphrasing and high as fuck, and so
I mean, hey, we're
yeah.
So
shout out to monetization.
Yeah, shout outs to Bong Rips.
Shout out to monetization. Monetiz Nathan. All right.
So yeah, the minor players in that scuffle, just a quick update, are back. Cutler's back, Nakazawa's back. Kenny is at the Tokyo Game Show as press. I don't know for what outlet. AEW put out a statement saying he's not there in any official capacity, which is fine because he's with Capcom. Capcom has no ties to the game. He's a Street Fighter mark. Okay. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm probably one of the few people that's deep in the weeds on video games and pro wrestling. So
Sure,
for those people that are like, why is he at Sega? Why is he at Capcom? Because he's a mark that loves Street Fighter and Sega.
Did you see the GTA leaks?
I have not seen the footage, but I know they're out there.
I saw the stills.
Okay.
God damn, they make a good game.
They do. They do. The
That's
only
why
thing
it comes out every 10 years, bro.
No.
Grand Theft Auto, they came out in 2013.
I understand that. Grand Theft Auto Online is the reason they haven't made a game. If you look historically at their releases stopped as soon as Grand Theft Auto Online took off.
Right, but because that also costs money.
It brings in $1 billion a year.
That's what I'm saying.
It is the most profitable piece of media that's ever been created. Is Grand Theft Auto Online?
Dog. That's what I'm saying. So like he's like if Michael Jackson put out an album and then in between his next album put out a remix album, that's what the online is.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like they only put one out every 10 years, like a new one.
Well, but that's not entirely true because they did, in between Grand Theft Auto 3 and 4, they did Bully, Manhunt, Rockstar Table Tennis, Red Dead 2.
Dog. I'm not talking about the company. I'm talking about the franchise.
Okay. I mean, I understand that, but the gap between 3 and 4 was not.
There's a new fucking Call of Duty every other year.
Yes, but there's also two to three studios working on a Call of Duty title at any given time.
I'm lost. So Dynamite happened this week.
I told you I'm deep in the weeds in games and wrestling. What do you want from me?
Jim Hellwig, the Ultimate Warrior from the grave, is in the chat saying the Young Bucks should have got Teddy Hart to open Punk's door. I don't get it, but I'm sure that Pumps does.
Because Teddy Hart kicks in, was famous for kicking in locker room doors, and I think the last time we have seen or heard from him, he was trying to bust down that other wrestler's door, trying to get his girlfriend back, where he was like, I never did anything wrong. She wanted to smoke crack. I never made her do anything she didn't want to do.
And that's why Teddy Hart is the Illuminerdi Wrestler of the Week.
Yes. For something he did 6 years ago.
I don't care when the fuck he did it. All right, we need to talk about wrestling, Pumps.
I mean, we technically have been.
This week, Dynamite happened.
Yes. On a Wednesday.
Wait, do I have the right date? Is this the
Probably
14th?
not.
Is this the 14th? Yes, this is the 14th.
Yes, because today's the 19th.
Yeah. John Moxley versus Sammy Guevara.
Are you sure that's not Rampage?
No, it says Dynamite.
Dynamite started with 2 promos.
All right. Tell me about these promos.
Well, no. I mean, am I skipping ahead?
What, are you talking about the MJF promo?
Yeah.
No, that was after the match.
Oh, okay. Well, that shows you how much of an impression the match made on me. Go ahead.
I like that the minute that you think that that you say that I have something wrong, I submit, bro. I tap. I go, you're probably right. I 100%. I read the Massacre pay-per-view results for 3 weeks in a row.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, tell me about the Moxley match because I don't fucking remember it.
Me neither.
Yeah.
But Moxley won.
Yeah, it was shocking absolutely no one. Moxley advances in the tournament. Whoop-de-friggin' do.
Yeah.
What's he going to be, the first ever 7th time champion? Like, it's whatever. I'm over Moxley. I'm over his act, but I guess people aren't.
John Moxley is like, I don't want to say, not personality wise, but like John Moxley has now positioned himself much like Drew McIntyre has in the WWE, where he kind of has to be around the title all the time.
Yeah, he was supposed to be gone.
And right, but that's what but he's kind of like that guy, right? Like Drew McIntyre is always in like a top promo or program, right?
Yeah.
because they've built him up so much that
he's a made man.
Yeah, right. Fuck, look at us fucking go. And it's been 2 weeks.
Hey.
All right. MJF comes out.
Yes.
And
Scorched Earth. Respect.
He got me.
What do you mean?
Beginning. Didn't I text you and say in the middle of his thing, I am all out on babyface MJF?
Oh, yeah.
Or was that
you
the
did.
week before? Or
that
was this week?
Well, he was in
wherever he was in when he was like giving props to the crowd and he was like playing like being the fucking nice guy.
Yeah, no, that was this week.
Right. And
that was this week.
And I was like, listen, he's dope, but I don't like this.
Right.
And then you text back, keep watching. And then he
yes. Right.
And then he flipped back into the heel MJF that I know and love.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going through our text just to make sure. Broncos country, let's ride. Sorry. Continue.
So MJF cuts an amazing promo because that's what he does.
Verby, I don't know about the greatest on the mic. He's up there. I wouldn't give. I'm not gonna give him the. I'm not gonna give him the golden microphone yet.
Currently,
working today, yes. Ever. I can't say ever.
MJF gets more leash than the WWE guys do.
True.
So it's hot. Like Kevin Owens this week unleashed a fucking amazing promo, especially for WWE. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it sucks that I have to preface that,
because
of how it's been for the last 7 years. But now it's obviously, so you have to just go, all right. I mean, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but so yeah. But MJF is definitely, I think, obviously the top.
I mean, he's up there. It's hard for me to say he's the best in the business,
When Azuka Okada is talking.
Well, I don't speak his language, but Jay White's pretty fucking good. No, I mean Max is. I'm sure there's a 1A. He's 1 and 1A right now, but I can't say all time. But
right,
I don't disagree. I mean,
I think
for what he's allowed to do, I got to give Roman his flowers.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I would go with Roman, and like I could only imagine if they let Roman go, like they let JF go.
If Roman was just like, listen, bitch.
Yeah, like which they've started to give him some lead, some slack. But we'll get back to that.
Yeah, we'll get to WWE and Roman specifically.
Yeah. So MJF comes out, he brings the Stokely Hathaway team out. They're all on retainers.
My boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I'm kind of half in, half out on this stable. It like the fact that they came out and it was like had to like the average wrestling fan doesn't know what the fuck being on a retainer means, dude. Like he had to like over explain it. I just
the thing that wasn't great about this is you can't have Max go for 5-10 minutes and then hand the mic directly to someone else.
And Stokely had a good. It went too long. There was time. Like the introducing of each guy. Like I liked, but I don't know.
It could have been a lot better. And this is gonna sound awful, but it is what it is. If you did a split screen and did it during a women's match backstage, Hikaru Shida versus Serena Deeb or whatever. The other half of the screen, Stokely Hathaway doing his thing. I would have been A-okay with that.
And I'm for Stokely Hathaway. I like it.
Yeah, I'm for anything that gets my boy Morrissey and the Ass Boys and Ethan Page on TV.
Like, I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's gonna work.
No.
But I'm rooting for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next we had Jungle Boy versus Jay Lethal, and the fact that Jay Lethal has basically been regulated to be the veteran that makes other guys look good, I am furious about.
Yeah, Jay Lethal's playing the Arn Anderson role.
Yep, he is, and like I'm for it, and I
I'm not because Lethal can go.
No, but here's the thing: if it allows me to watch him each week,
true,
bro. He did that backbreaker turnbuckles. I've never seen that before. And I've watched a lot of motherfucking wrestling, and I knew it. I knew your little smug fucking ass was gonna go be like, "Yeah, they did it in New Japan." I don't care.
I never said anything.
I
didn't say a word.
That turnbuckle backbreaker spot was fresh, and I have never seen it on U.S. soil.
I mean, he's been doing it in Ring of Honor for a while, but I know Cheeseburger's caught it quite a bit, but. Not too many people are lining up to watch Jay Lethal and world famous CB.
Yeah. Well,
shouts to Cheeseburger. You know how to work a live crowd. You do the best with what you got, my friend.
Verby, I agree. He is just good on the mic in terms of Stokely. But that's all he has to be because there's no way that guy's getting in the ring.
No. He's an old school man. He's an old school manager.
Yeah.
And I can confirm Morrissey looks like that 24/7. He looks like that backstage. He looks like that outside. That's his look. He's just intense. He's got really big eyes, and he's so fucking tall.
And he looks like Van Hammer.
I don't want to diss my boy.
He looks like Van Hammer, dog.
Van Hammer never wrestled in Tim's. Van Hammer wrestled in Birkenstocks. There's a difference.
The fact that Jungle Boy tapped Jay Lethal is atrocious, and Tony Khan, I will never forgive you for that. Next we had highlight package with Hook and Action Bronson. And I don't know if I'm into this or ready to cover my eyes.
I'm here for Action Bronson. I like him.
So am I. Yeah, me too.
He's going to get a massive pop. In his home borough.
For sure. Yeah. That's cool. I'm for it.
Yeah. I hope that. Well, I just realized mid-sentence what I was about to say. I don't think that Hook can do what Cody did for Shaq. But we shall see. Just because the experience isn't there.
Right.
So
I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. Action Bronson's doing a belly to belly.
Oh, 1,000,000%. And he's gonna toss the other guy because he ain't able to. He's poked up Macho Man ain't getting off his feet.
No. And we had Ethan. Is this the part where Ethan Page kicks a pizza guy?
Luigi Primo. Yeah. I understand the reason behind it, but it doesn't make any sense when obviously Tony Khan is the one that invited him there. So, I don't know. I get it that Ethan Page wants to take things seriously, but...
All right, I'm not going to lie. The pizza guy's funny.
He's a great indie-rific gimmick.
And if he is...
What? And if he's on AEW Dark, nobody will watch it. It won't matter.
This is the problem, bro. Television time is getting taken up by Luigi Primo.
I agree. But I stand for Danhausen, so what do you want from me?
Because Danhausen is the joke of the show. And yes, he is.
Absolutely not.
Danhausen is...
No.
He's the comic relief, bro.
No.
Doink the Clown.
Never.
Fucking...
Absolutely not.
Crash Holly.
Absolutely not.
The Gobbledygooker.
No.
He's Bobby Heenan in a weasel suit.
Never.
He's the Red Rooster. Whatever.
Danhausen is over. Danhausen could outwork Terry Taylor 6 days a week and twice on Sunday.
He's Golga.
Oh, get bent. John Tenta is spinning in his grave right now.
All right, Powerhouse Hobbs wins in a squash match. I like Powerhouse.
As he should.
Hobbs. I don't know what they're doing, but okay. Next we had the Lucha Brothers versus Swerve in Our Glory, and this was a good match.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot. I like both these teams. I great work all around. Max Caster and the Acclaimed have new Scissor Me Daddy Bullet Club shirts. I kind of like it, but I also was like, dude, you got to do your own thing, dude. Like, have like, I don't know. The Bullet Club shirt thing has been overdone so much.
Yeah, but the Bullet Club isn't popping like it used to.
That's probably why we don't have shirts from the Illuminerdi, because we didn't want to do Bullet Club. We didn't. Yeah, we're the wrestling show, right? Oh fuck! But then they did Bullet Club Power Ranger shirts.
Oh, that's right, they did. Shit.
Yeah.
Well, our logic tends to fall flat there then.
I mean, I
almost seems personal at that point.
Did you get one?
I did. Did you? I didn't. Yeah,
No,
I mean, you're in the state, so I figured you'd be close to getting one.
That's true.
I mean, shipping to Nashville is outrageous these days. I can't fault them for that.
Shay is absolutely sweating over there.
It's the Benadryl. I'm just sweating it out.
Shay, we love you.
We love you, Bubba.
If we ever get kicked off, which we love you, buddy. All right.
It ain't happened yet.
All right. Next we had the AEW Interim Women's World Champion Tawny Storm and Athena versus Serena Deeb and Britt Baker. Didn't watch it.
This was the perfect spot to do the Stokely Hathaway promo.
I agree.
I get it. It's a vehicle to.
I can't get behind any woman in. That's all right. That's a bad quote. Out of context, that could be
any woman, eh?
I can't get behind any of the wrestlers in the AEW women's roster. I really can't. There's some that are better than others each week, but not on a week-to-week basis.
There's no consistency. Yeah,
there's none. They just show up. Like I have no idea what's happening. When I watch the WWE and they got the Bayley's little heel gang, like I know what's happening.
Right.
I just don't.
There's absolutely no consistency.
They have women's wrestling for the sake of women's wrestling.
Yes. Fact.
Big fact.
Well, and the problem also is, at the beginning or from the beginning, this was Kenny's division, so he's suspended.
What do you mean this was Kenny's division?
Kenny booked the women when it was Riho and all the Joshi princesses that they were flying in, the Maki Itos,
I didn't know
those
that.
girls. Yeah.
I wasn't that deep. Did we have a show then?
When AEW started, yes. Yes, we did. We did, believe it or not. Yeah. You wouldn't know it.
This is a good fucking show today. This is a good show today. We're fired up. We should take a couple weeks off more often. We should have a Madison Square Garden curtain.
We should. I'll finish, since I am the diva of the group, and Shay will be Triple H and won't be able to win King of the Ring.
I know. I know. Shay is gonna. He's gonna take the blame.
But you know what, Shay? In 25 years, you'll be running the company.
Yeah.
More than that, 35 years. So hang in there, bud.
Bring us back in 01.
Yeah.
after
the sale.
Yeah.
After the AOL buyout.
All right. This is a fun show. Next we've had Chris Jericho versus the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. They wrestled. I liked it. I mean, anybody that gets in the ring with Daniel Bryan is going to look at least 30% better than they are.
And as much as I hate to say it also, and this might be rose-colored glasses for one of my favorites of all time, fucking Jericho still got it. He really does.
With the right guy.
I agree. But even with the wrong guy, yes, there have been abject failures. Like the matches with Eddie Kingston were atrocious. But for the most
there's been a handful of Jericho matches
but there's been a lot more hits than misses
recently.
And as much as I want to take that away from him, I can't.
Right. As much as you want to.
As much as I want to storm the Capitol.
Right up top, buddy. Right up top.
Hey, that's why this works.
Yeah. So Bryan Danielson wins.
Yes.
We're here for it. That's awesome.
Yes.
Next week we have Jon Moxley or this week, should I say, we have Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson for the AEW World Championship. And they've got to put it on Bryan Danielson. They have to.
I don't think so. Because Max has got to win it.
Okay. The only reason they put it on Mox is if Max cashes in that night. In my opinion.
I don't think they'll do the same night. I don't. I think he comes out at the end and says, I'll be here Friday or whatever. Because I don't think they can stretch it till November is the next one? First week in November?
I don't know. I've got to save money because they're starting to tap me out. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, well,
if it's gonna be 5 hours and I'm paying $10 an hour, I can't really fucking complain, right?
We find a way to.
All right. Moving on to AEW Rampage.
I cannot remember if I watched this or not, so let's go.
We're gonna find out right now. Because I've got to look it up.
Make sure you're watching or reading Friday the.
This is blood and guts. This is blood and guts, right?
Oh yeah, guts. Would have been Friday the 16th. This was War Games.
Yeah.
Halloween Havoc.
We had Darby Allin versus Matt Hardy. I could have cared less.
I definitely didn't watch that.
Nope, I didn't either.
So who gives chat to the 6 or 4 or however many of you are in there? Does anyone give a shit about Matt Hardy right now?
No.
I would love to hear someone's perspective.
I would have rather seen. I would, and no disrespect to Matt Hardy, you don't got it, bruh. You're done. Unfortunately, your delete YouTube shit popped.
It was hot for 6 months.
I know, but it popped. Unfortunately, it popped off when you weren't
6 years ago.
When you weren't in a promotion. You know what I'm saying? Like if he did that when he was in a major promotion, it'd have been lit.
For as much traction as it got when he was in TNA.
Oh,
I mean,
he was doing that in TNA?
Yeah.
I didn't watch.
I know.
All right.
Nobody did.
You know what else people didn't want to watch?
Darby Allin and Matt Hardy.
It was Danhausen versus All Ego Ethan Page. How'd that go?
I watched it.
How'd that go?
How do you think it went? It was a 2-move squash.
How'd that go for midget Jim the Anvil Neidhart after the Survivor Series? Great job.
Dalton Castle and the boys will be on AEW Dark, I believe tomorrow night. So
see, that's what I'm talking about, dog. Darby Allin and Matt Hardy are getting time on Rampage, and Dalton Castle is on Dark. Dalton Castle is fucking dope. How is that a thing?
I don't know. I legitimately don't know.
I don't understand.
I'm hoping that he doesn't want to work a full-time schedule because he's had a lot of back injuries and he's not that old. Honestly, hopefully he's juiced in enough with David Arquette that hopefully when they bring back Bozo the Clown, Dalton Castle has a recurring role in it. Because I would love to see that. I want nothing but good things for that man. He's entertaining. He's a hell of a wrestler. But he's just a good dude. And a cat owner.
How come your camera looks better than mine?
I don't know.
What are you working with over there?
That's the same camera I've had for a year and a half.
I know. It just mine looks
It's
like hazy.
What's always looked like that?
Why?
I don't know. Are you washed out from your lighting? Is your light super close?
That's a good question.
See, my lights are probably 4 feet away.
Mine is over the top of my head.
Oh, it looks like it's straight on your face.
You look like you're straight on your face.
I mean, I'll sit on anybody's face if the price is right, baby.
No, you know why? It's my screen, bruh. It's because my screen is so illuminated and I'm like fucking 18 inches from it, if that.
Oh, maybe go into nighttime mode on your old Macaroo.
Oh, I didn't think about that. These are all things we're going to have to learn.
Hey, if we keep getting demonetized, we're going to have to. Well, just give Shay your address. He can pop by and fiddle with your settings.
All right, next up.
He can bring you a t-shirt.
Let's not get crazy.
You can trade some treats from Verde Plus for a t-shirt. That's a fair trade.
Next we had Willow Nightingale versus Penelope Ford.
Wasn't bad. Legitimately, it wasn't bad. I know you like Willow.
I do like Willow.
I also know you didn't watch this.
You also know that I didn't watch this.
I said that's exactly what I said.
Shay's upset. Shay's upset.
Why is he upset?
I don't know. He's looking off into the distance.
Well, I mean, that's just Sunday night, Monday afternoon. It's the same. Yeah,
that's just Benadryl.
He's fighting through the Benadryl, man.
That's the just fucking fight.
He's coming down off the benzos, man. I think Penelope's getting better.
Who's getting worse?
Huh? I mean, listen. I don't know. This women's division is...
Shout out to Verde Plus.
Shout out to Verde Plus for all your THC needs. I have
another metaverse thing to talk about.
Oh, I cannot wait. There's also a Rikishi story you need to tell me, or question.
Yeah. When we wrap up AEW.
Yes. Well, I'm trying to get there if you'd let me finish my women's point.
Sorry.
But this division has been a problem since day one. They stumbled onto Britt Baker. And, I mean, how long did they push Nyla Rose for? And your feelings on Nyla Rose aside, how long did they push Nyla Rose and Riho and Hikaru Shida and...
This is my deal with Britt Baker. She was hot.
Yes.
As fuck.
Yes.
And now I don't even remember if she's on the show anymore.
Yes.
Like she's in tags. She's like, you know what I'm saying? Like when Becky came back, you knew Becky Lynch was on the motherfucking show.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
yes.
if Britt is gonna be the Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, whatever you want to call her, of that locker room, she has to be presented that way.
I agree.
And she's just not. Like
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. There's no woman on the roster that's presented that way. None. And I guarantee you, if fucking Mercedes, aka Sasha Banks, walked in the fucking door tomorrow, she'd be booked competitive with Sunny Kiss, or you know what I mean, like Serena Deeb. I don't have faith in the booking. I don't.
Yeah, I get it.
So,
all right. Shout out to all 7 people watching the show right now. Means a lot to us. We really appreciate it.
Yes, we do this for fun, and we're glad you're along for the ride.
That's right. You're all our peoples in them.
Yes, our mans in them.
Yeah. Next we had Samoa Joe and Josh Woods, and I love Samoa Joe, but I don't know who the fuck Josh Woods is. And the minute he comes out with fucking the guy I don't like that has a matching beard like me, I tune out.
Josh Woods was tag team partners with your favorite Ring of Honor star, the last real man, Silas Young.
But he's not Silas Young.
He's not Silas Young, but he has
Silas
a legit...
Young looks like he comes off of a bar stool at the VA and rolls in there.
100%. 100%.
Some TV time.
Yeah, they do keep some Verby. They do keep a lot of talent on Dark. I'll give you that. But anyway, yes, Silas Young definitely walked out of the Legion Hall, firing down his Marlboro Reds or his Camel non-filters, and yeah. But anyway, Josh Woods is legit. He's got an MMA background. He's Riddle without the stupid gimmick.
I know he's. Hey, come on, man. Matt Riddle's growing on me.
That makes one of us. But any hoozle.
Yeah.
So, I get it.
Yeah.
Anything to get Joe and Jesus, Josh Woods on TV. I'm here for it.
Let me tell you where Joe needs to go.
Samoa or other?
Samoa, right up north. Samoa Joe needs to go right back to the WWE ASAP.
So they cannot put him in the bloodline?
ASAP.
Sky Blue, yes. Yeah. Yeah, no, she's a good worker. I'll give her that.
All right. Well, that's all that happened on. Brody King came out at some point and said, "Oh, you think because you fucked up our homie who wanted to quit, the House of Black is done. We're not rawr." Right? Pretty much.
True. Yes. And by all accounts,
I feel bad for Brody King. I really do.
Well, by all accounts, Aleister Black is stepping away from wrestling. There's no word that he's been released.
Hot wife.
Sure. AEW did file a trademark for the House of Black, so they're obviously going to.
Should.
Yeah, so they're obviously going to continue that whole thing.
What was his name in WWE? I've already forgot.
Aleister Black?
What was his name in AEW?
Malachi Black.
Oh.
Bum.
No, I honestly didn't remember.
Yeah, no, it's Aleister Black and whatever. They had teased maybe his real name for a while, which I forget what it is now. I forget what his indie name was, but
I hope it's something wild like Percival Strongbow.
It might be. He is. Is he from Finland? The Netherlands?
Yeah, no, Holland.
Yes, he's Dutch. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. That's right. You know what's crazy? I saw Dutch Mantel at the airport years ago, and my God, he did not look in good health.
Was this weird?
Yes, it's glorious still.
Yeah,
but it looked fine. Upper half, lower half, like a couple of toothpicks holding up a grape.
It's kind of the way I'm headed.
I mean, yeah. Well, just embrace it. Drink it in, man.
All right. Do you have any more AEW notes before we move on to the better weekly show over the last week and a half or so, 2 weeks, the WWE?
No, other than Malachi Black stepping away and all the Punk foolishness. No, it's been fairly quiet. So,
all right. I don't remember or not if I took any notes. Let me look. Let me see what my fantasy team did here.
Yeah, I love that the Titans are getting blown out. That is fantastic.
What a piece of shit, Kirk Cousins. All right.
Well, anyway. I'm divide the audience.
Hack.
You like that? Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I would put Sky Blue in the same category as Alexa Bliss, just because AEW doesn't feature their women the same as WWE.
Okay, one note I had.
Yes.
I think it's hysterical that the show after Dynamite is the robot battle show.
BattleBots?
Yes.
Why?
Because that's the same. I like that AEW is like, dude, we're like fucking 30 to 40-year-old fucking, we want serious wrestling. And then the fucking
the Target demo and
it's the lead in to BattleBots, and they pitch it like, do you like wrestling? You're gonna love BattleBots.
Yeah, you're gonna love robot fighting. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. What are the kids into? Robots.
Yeah.
I mean,
sorry, I'm sorry. That makes me laugh every time.
No, hey, if it pops you, it pops me, brother. I'm here for it.
Okay.
Verby says that's who TNT thinks is still awake at that time. Yes, those spry 18-year-olds that are getting ready for school can't wait to stay up and watch BattleBots.
All right. This week on Monday Night Raw.
It's still 17 hours long.
It is 3 hours long, and it's unfortunate. If it was fucking, hold on. If it was 2 hours long, it would just be so much better. I almost, you know, what's funny is that I was thinking about this before we popped on the show.
Yes.
Because I know that you don't, God damn it. Where the fuck is the, hold on, man. I wasn't prepared.
Well, you know, that's okay. I'll just vamp.
You're
going to pee.
I just want the motherfucking results.
I just want the results.
How do you find that?
I'm sure Beltzer's got it.
What's the date?
Last week was the 12th.
This is sad. I feel like an old head right here.
I'll tell you about hard times, Daddy. Hard times is when you do a YouTube show, normally on Sundays. You get kicked off that Sundays.
All right, here we go. Man, I hope this is the right show.
I mean, I'm not going to know, so...
I know, that's what makes me laugh. Okay, it kicked off with Riddle versus Finn Balor. It was a good match.
Sure.
It was as good a match as you would have, expected from the two.
I mean, I love Finn Balor. I hate that I don't see more of him. But that's my own fault.
Dominic Mysterio is doing promos with Rhea Ripley.
Is he getting led around on a leash yet? Like, have they just...
No, they not yet, but they're going there.
When is she just going to peg him on live TV?
I know.
I'll watch that.
I'm with it. They're fucking in high gear. Okay. Johnny Gargano versus Chad Gable was fucking great, I thought.
Ooh. I imagine that would be quite the barn burner.
Yep, and they give him time now, dude. They give him like 17-ish minutes. It probably could have been better, but I also feel like this is the first time these two dudes have ever wrestled.
Unless it would have, I mean, yeah, because Gargano
went away.
Well, no. I'm not saying that. When Gable was in NXT, he was with Jason Jordan, and I don't think.
Wait. Oh no, did they might have wrestled in some of those classic 3-ways with FTR?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it might have been DIY.
You're right.
FTR.
You're right. You're right. I don't like Jason. When you're right, but you're right. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that.
Anyway, they had a really good match, especially for Raw. And just from now on, I'm not going to keep saying it, but we're just going to start grading things on a fucking curve from now on. We're going to pretend that new people bought the company and they're doing things differently because it feels like that. I thought the first few weeks it was going to be like, oh, they're just doing some like shock factor type shit. And it just keeps getting better as a whole. Obviously everything's not great, but you know what I mean? They're well,
I did see Omos is back, so I mean, not everything's great.
I agree, and I'm going to talk about that. I don't like it. I listen.
Hey, monetization! Monetization!
What happened?
You're ripping bongs.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, like we don't care.
That was the joke.
Come on, bro. Don't get me started.
I know.
I agree, but almost. What's the difference between almost and a giant Indian dude that rolls with Jay Lethal?
Absolutely nothing.
Right. So both shows have a spot for that guy.
Yeah. No, I'm.
Right? He's not my guy. I don't like it.
Yeah. No,
I get it. He's an attraction. You know. Whatever. So sorry, lost my place. So Gargano and Gable had a really good match, for Raw. Then Owens comes out and cuts a promo on Austin Theory.
Okay.
That I was ready to run through a wall for.
Okay.
Did you watch it?
No.
I asked you to watch it.
You suggested I watch
No,
it.
I didn't.
Well,
I was really hoping you had watched it.
I will.
Probably
I'll
like
watch
how
it for
you
Sunday.
hope that I know. Watch. I know, but I also
I will legitimately watch it for Sunday. I'll watch it.
It's good. It's good.
I believe you.
But see, now I've built it up because now if it's not like,
You built it up by saying run through a wall. I have no ill will for Steen. I love Steen, and I'm here for it. I want good things for him. So
he also potatoed the shit out of Austin Theory.
I'm here for that.
And you should watch it because
Theory
looks like he has never been in a fight before in his life.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
And Owens almost looks like he has to pull back. And he gave him some lumps, buddy.
I like it.
Theory had a busted nose. Like, it's good. It's good. It's like an 8-minute segment.
I like it.
It's good.
I like it.
Yes, please watch that. It's really good. Next we had Bianca Belair versus Sonya Deville. Nah.
Not
we
my
had
cup of tea.
Yeah, we had Omos, like you said, versus the this thing calls it promotional talent. Jobbers.
An enhancement guy.
Yeah.
I mean, do they feed him to Braun? You have to, right?
Sure.
I mean, for the attraction, just for the spectacle.
Yeah, we'll get to Braun. To Braun. Next we had Edge versus Dominic Mysterio.
Is this where Edge got hurt?
Hurt?
Okay.
I think he's just done. Like, I think that he's kind of met his quota.
Yeah.
And needs an angle to get off TV.
Well, I mean, the whole reason they broke up the stable was because they wanted to take it in a spooky direction, and he didn't want that. And then
that was also pre.
I know, and that's what I'm getting to. Is 2 weeks later he leaves, and then a week after that Vince leaves.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I think Edge is doing great work especially for his fucking age. And this is another question. Actually, I had this written down.
Okay.
Where do you have Edge all time? I mean, he's got to be in the top 20, right? American.
No. I'm not. That's not what I'm doing.
Right. I mean, this is a list that has Andre on it, for fuck's sake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking like that.
No. But for me, Edge is the tag team guy who had that one run
when nobody was watching.
I know he had multiple runs with the title, but everybody's gonna remember the live sex celebration thing with the spinner belt. The Hardy feud, the worked shoot was really good. And then he was
him and Cena had some bangers, but
I agree.
But nobody was watching. I wasn't watching.
Right.
Back and look at those.
Right. Yeah. I mean, when they traded titles in hometowns, I mean, and those were great, but he was gone shortly after that. I don't know.
I mean, I'm just saying, like I was just thinking about it, like, fuck. I mean, if you're gonna, I mean, I don't know. Edge has fucking done it all, bruh.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like a 12-time tag champ, like a 6-time world champ, intercontinental champ, European champ. I mean,
Yeah.
I know he only worked for one company, but
did he win everything but US title?
I don't even know.
I would assume he's won everything but US title.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, it's yes, the body of work is there
on multiple accounts.
Right. Yeah. Hey, dust mites. We popped dust mites with the live sex celebration. We knew that would get him. Yeah, but the resume is there. For me, my favorite Edge moment, and it's not even close, is helping Rob Van Dam beat Cena for the title. And that's not a knock on Edge. That's just how much I hated John Cena at the time. But yeah, I mean, the body of work is there when you really look at it, and I've got nothing bad to say about him. So I don't know. Yeah, I'll give you top 20, top 25. Yeah, I'll give you that.
All right. Oof.
I mean, he's no Bastion Booger, but who is?
Facts. Yeah, so Edge gets injured, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's move on to SmackDown.
Okay.
Do you know where SmackDown was this week?
Couldn't tell you.
I could.
Oh, could you now?
Yeah.
Was it in the South Bay region?
I mean, it was in the area.
Mm.
It was in Anaheim.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was that... Was Mike Trout on the show, or?
No, Otani was, though.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll tell you right now, some of the upper brass at the Illuminerdi would have been there if there was a fucking Power Ranger on the show.
I'm surprised there wasn't.
Yeah. Could you imagine if I'd have went, like, worn a shirt,
No.
promoting, nothing.
No.
Not a peep.
Hey, shouts to Noggin Boss for all your oversized hat needs. NogginBoss.com. Customize your hat, any print you want, license photos. They don't give a shit. They'll print it. Just give them money. They'll do it.
So, SmackDown was from my backyard. Did you see Giandra's Roman Reigns interview?
I didn't see the interview. Is the interview up? I saw the pictures, but I didn't see the interview.
Photos, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to her. That's awesome.
Yes. Shout out to Giandra. Best women's boxing show period. Best women's boxing show period. Black Girl
awesome.
Nerds.
Yep. Check it out.
You know the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Culture TV.
Yeah.
Cruising towards 20,000 subscribers.
Shout out to them.
We remember her when she was at 8.
Exactly. And we're trying to get to 10.
Yeah.
Trying to get to 10.
Trying to get to 10. I've been trying to get to 10 since I was 13 years old, and it ain't happened yet.
SmackDown was from Anaheim, California. I didn't go. Opening the show, we had Logan Paul.
Hey.
Not a fan of this, but I get it. I'm not a fan, but I get it.
He has a following.
Boy, does he ever.
He has a.
And if the rest of the show is going to be getting so much better, I am here for these celebrity things.
Okay.
I get it. Bad Bunny's going to show up again, too. I'm not going to love it.
De Moscow Mule.
I'm not going to love it, but it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Out comes the returning Paul motherfucking Heyman.
Hey.
Hasn't been seen since when?
SummerSlam.
Since he got buried at SummerSlam. We were there.
We were.
Together.
We were. Wearing Noggin Boss hats.
We were wearing You know what's wild? Let me tell you what's wild.
What's up?
Hold on.
You handed out a lot of stickers that day. Yes, Verby, to answer your question, Dexter Lumis is basically just playing a psycho. That's the extent of the gimmick.
we wore these giant hats. Right?
Sure did.
It was awesome. And we did these awesome interviews.
Sure did.
A lot of them.
At least a dozen.
We shouted out the channel.
There was children. There was Roddy Piper.
Children. There was Roddy motherfucking Piper in underwear.
There was a budget Super Saiyan Hispanic Vegeta on Broadway.
I got on stage.
Nate did a shot with the band.
No, they asked him to sing Freebird.
He was that fucking guy. He was that guy. But you know what? He owned it. And that's all you can ask for.
Edited together this package of footage into a tight, maybe 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes.
Perfect for a quick in and out.
Oh, and they were segmented to where we could maybe put them on some reels.
Maybe a few shorts, drive some traffic.
Yeah.
What happened to those?
Oh, they never got posted.
Oh, shit. Well, ain't that about a bitch.
Crazy.
Hey, Mania's coming.
It's crazy.
We'll get him on the next one.
Bloodline comes out.
We the ones! To quote my co-host.
Paul Heyman. Amazing on the mic as always.
Got the gift of gab.
And the whole bloodline with Sami Zayn comes out. And goddamn it, Pumps.
Yes, sir.
These bloodline arcs, I'm telling you, I'm waiting for the DVD, bro. It's
the rise and fall of the bloodline.
It's the wrinkles they are putting into this slow burn at the addition of Sami Zayn. God damn it, bro. So now Solo Sakura is in the bloodline, right?
I would assume.
And yes, and he won the North American title, so he's belted up.
Yes.
And Heyman comes out with all of them, sans Roman. And Logan Paul is like, I'm going to have a press conference, blah, 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 ends up challenging for the title because some fucking Saudi princes want to see Logan Paul and Roman Reigns. Like, I'm already throwing away this show because they're doing this for money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, but of course they're always doing it for money. But you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
it's a sold show. I mean, that's part of their deal.
They're going to give them the matches that they want to ask for.
Yes, they give them...
It's a house show. This is a glorified house show.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I mean, technically it's propaganda for the Saudi government. But who's getting political? Not me.
Right. Not me. So, Paul Heyman comes out and he's like, I'm going to bring the heavy in. Solo Sakura comes up. Solo comes up. On the apron. Sami Zayn. Oos. Let me handle this. Oos.
Ooh, I like it.
So Sami Zayn pops in. And he's like, they should have had me deal with this whole Logan Paul situation. I'm familiar with celebrities, like doing the deal. Right?
Well, he famously wrestled Johnny Knoxville.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's hilarious. And so one of the Usos likes Sami, and the other Uso hates him, is always shitting on him. So these little wrinkles, right?
Yeah, it's duality.
Yeah, it's fucking funny, dude. So then fucking Sami comes in, so Solo sits down. Logan Paul knocks Sami out with a punch, of course, because, that's how it goes. Ricochet comes in. Ricochet and Sami have a good little match there on SmackDown. And then Ricochet wins or whatever. So just keep in mind what has just happened. Okay.
Yeah. Now, where's your Rikishi question coming in?
Oh, this is just a fun quick hit.
Okay.
So my nephew, who I'm going to see, I'm going to SmackDown. Yeah, actually, Pumps, I'm going to SmackDown this Friday. It would be wild.
What?
It would be what? I know. It would be. I don't even know why I'm saying
it. Your balls. You gotta wear it.
It would just be. It would be
perfect.
I mean, what is this going to be? Like the
Fifth?
fourth wrestling show?
Yeah.
Fifth wrestling show I've been to since the pandemic has been over. Do I, any sort of merch,
Some
T-shirt,
of us
nothing.
were on wrestling
Nothing.
shows during the pandemic. That would have been a good spotlight for the channel.
Yeah. So once again, I will be in Salt Lake for SmackDown. My nephew has just turned 6.
Hey, where does the fucking time go? Jesus.
This year, and he is all in on wrestling. He was all in the last time I saw him too, and it makes my heart so warm.
How's his working punch, brother?
It's so fun. He is all in on Riddle. He is all in on Orton. He is all in on all the good guys. It's adorable when he goes, "Why did the referee let them cheat? Like, that's not fair." Like, he's like all in. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't.
What I would give.
Oh my
What
God.
I would give to see wrestling that way.
Dude, and he look at his dad and he goes, "Well, that's not fair. The Usos cheated, Dad. Why did they get to win?" Oh my God!
Oh.
It just, it's. That's what you're there
Yes,
for, brother.
that's what it's all about.
So, Salt Lake is going, or SmackDown is going to Salt Lake, and I told my cousin, I go, "Dude, the first time they go to Utah,
We're going. We're in.
I gotta go. I have to be at his first live wrestling
You
show.
have
It has
to.
to happen." And my cousin is all in too,
Of
because
course.
because now he gets to watch old
course.
wrestling, and his son is into it.
Yes.
Right, but where before, if when he was like 4, and if he wants to watch wrestling, he's like, "No, Dad, I want to watch Blues Clues or whatever."
Cocomelon or whatever the kids are watching. Yeah.
So now, like, he knows Hulk Hogan, he knows John Cena. He is all in on John Cena. They're going matching John Cena headband, shirt,
Oh, man.
full shebang. And I feel bad because John Cena doesn't wrestle anymore.
John Cena baby could be there.
You know what I mean? Well, I am wearing a Cena 316 shirt. Have you seen this shirt?
No.
Do you know about the infamous match where Cena like bled buckets, like Eddie Guerrero style?
Isn't that when he broke his nose, or was it a blade?
No, it gets JBL. Like, it was on a show, and Cena, like, look up Cena JBL like bloodbath.
Okay.
And it'll come up. So somebody a long time ago made this shirt. Hold on.
Yeah, when JBL was on top, I wasn't into it. I didn't really dig his whole gimmick, and I know that it's wrestling, but yeah, it wasn't really. So
yeah, I wasn't watching that either. I just saw this shirt and thought it was ironic.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
16. Okay. And the back is.
Oh wow.
And that's him. That's a photo of him.
Gotcha.
It was at some sort of like premiere house show.
Okay.
And it's not on video. You can't find it, but there's like still shots and shit of him just absolutely bleeding buckets.
Wow.
Yeah. So
okay,
I'm gonna watch that. So anyway, so next we had our boy Max Dupree.
Yes, Eli Drake. LA Knight, if you will, Daddy.
Well, and here's I'm going to tell you here, Pumps.
Or is it a swerve, bro? What's happening?
He did come out and make a reference to being LA Knight.
That's so weird.
All right? So he comes out and he goes, "Here we are in Anaheim. We're a little bit south of LA." And the fans popped a little bit. Like, it wasn't a big pop, but like it was a tip of the hat.
Ones that get it.
Yeah, it was a tip of the hat. I was like, all right, cool. Like, so he brings out the 2 fucking doofuses that are the model thing. I can't wait till they get rid of this fucking gimmick. Like, he's funny as himself, but I don't like when he's like introducing these other guys in outfits and shit. It's kind of whack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, "Oh, this is the school edition." It's like, dude, come on. Just be Rick Martel.
I'm sure once they find something meaningful for him to do, they will. Because, I mean, Triple H is a fan of him, or he wouldn't assign him to NXT. So,
right. I agree. So next we had Bayley versus Raquel Rodriguez. It was kind of meh, whatever. But they're still, building the fact that the the Damage Control, which you has said they should have a lawsuit on their hands.
I'm shocked that Marvel hasn't sent a cease and desist. But
well, it's spelled. Are you ready?
Oh God!
It's Damage. CTRL.
Yikes!
So that's how they're getting around.
That's how the cool kids spell things.
Yeah.
we use text speak.
It
still looks like Bailey got breasts.
I think she did for sure.
I mean, I'm here for it. Good for you, girl. Get your revenge titties on.
Karrion Kross had a really good promo.
Really?
I like how they're. Well, it was more of a vignette. I'm sorry. It was one of those black and white.
I mean, that's when he's at his best, though. When he's an imposing, shadowy figure, not necessarily spooky and throwing fireballs.
They're bringing Karrion Kross in perfectly. Him and Drew McIntyre, their feud seems meaningful.
It'd be nice if it was for a title.
Right, I agree. Because Drew is, in that realm, which we talked about earlier. He's the main man.
Yeah, he's top guy. Top guy is out.
For sure. One of my notes here. Shout out to everybody that's sticking with us. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's been a couple weeks, so
we're just getting our shit in, brothers.
Karrion Kross's finish seems to be a submission. It's a choke, right? Where are you at on the submission finish? I'm kind of over it because I know it's not real.
Yeah, I mean, when certain people
I would rather have somebody get beat by a fake-looking ass DDT or a power bomb. Sorry, like a well-placed DDT, a good DDT. Like I would rather have, or an elbow drop, or I don't know, a Samoan drop, whatever. The submission chokes. We all know that it's not doing that,
right?
Right?
Yeah. I think for a Brian Danielson,
there should be something. Now listen, this is my follow-up note.
Moxley should not be a submission wrestler.
I totally agree. Eddie Kingston should not have a submission.
He can't even throw the spinning back fist. Never mind a friggin' submission. But go ahead.
The spinning back fist he hit CM Punk with to start that match will make him a fucking legend for life. That was my favorite start to a wrestling match in the last decade. That shit was dope, bro. And we could go back in the archives. I don't know how long we'll be able to go back in the archives for, but if you want to go look at that now.
Oh, Verby.
I said that shit was dope from jump.
You didn't have to do that, but we appreciate you, buddy. And as always, scissor me daddy ass.
Yes. So what I was thinking of, let's take 1987. Hold on, I gotta go use the restroom really quick.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I wrote this down, and this is gonna be a thing. Really
okay, quick. I'm ready. If anybody wants to predict where Nate's going with this, I'm here for it because your guess is as good as mine. I don't know where we're going with 1987 wrestling, but I don't know. Submissions, so maybe, I don't know, Bret Hart, Mr. Perfect, Ric Flair. I guess it was Backlund. Backlund was doing the chicken wing in 87. Brutus the Barber, he might go that route. I don't know. I don't know where we're gonna go with this. I mean, Sarge had the Cobra Clutch. So I mean, there's a few that we can go with. Well, Sarge had the Cobra Clutch and the Camel Clutch, but he didn't have 90, 91, 92. Yeah, I mean, primetime wrestling would be dope. I'm down for one-offs. Just something. I don't know that they could get a deal with an NBC Universal or something like that, but I'd be here to watch it. What you got?
All right. So
No.
you go 1987.
Yes.
Okay. Take another edible.
Okay.
Go 1987-ish. All right.
Okay.
To 2005.
Okay.
How many wrestlers had a submission finish?
Well, I just named off about 9 while you were peeing.
Okay.
And that was just 87. Jeff.
Okay, what was it?
Backlund with the chicken wing, Sarge with the Cobra Clutch, DiBiase with the $1 Million Dream, Bret Hart with the sharpshooter.
Bret Hart was not a singles wrestler with the sharpshooter in 1987.
You didn't say single, sir.
Just listen to me.
Perfect.
No, that's not a submission.
What do you mean? He had the figure 4.
The perfect plex?
Also, you said 87 to 2005.
No, here's my point. Let me tell you the ones you remember, okay, nerd?
Perry Saturn, Chris Benoit,
No,
Taz.
go fuck yourself. Just can you give me this for a second?
Yes.
You got the sharpshooter. You know,
Yeah.
we all know that one.
Yeah.
You got fucking this guy with fucking Sergeant Slaughter. Get the fuck out of here.
Not only did he use the Cobra Clutch, he used the Camel Clutch when he sympathized with Iraq.
For 1 year, bro. For one. Okay, come on.
You gave me a 50-year window.
This is okay. Sharpshooter.
Your bit is backfiring on you, and it's my fault.
No, it's not. No, it's not, because you're talking about wrestlers that used a submission for a very short amount of time or are not known for it.
Okay.
Right? Bret Hart.
Yep.
Ric Flair with the figure 4.
Yep. Sting.
Sting. I'll give you Sting. I kind of give you Sting. The Mandible Claw.
Okay.
Piper with the sleeper hold. Angle's ankle lock.
Yeah, 98. Yeah.
Lion Tamer.
Yep. Crossface, Benoit.
Okay, Benoit crossface.
Now, since you're going
That's about it.
Guerrero, Ultimo Dragon with the Dragon Sleeper.
Nobody knows who Ultimo
It
Dragon
was
is but us.
WCW.
I know, bro, but but you're Tony Khan-ing me right now. You're going too deep, son.
I'm sorry that a mainstay of the WCW roster.
My point is,
Conan with the Tequila Sunrise. Lex Luger with the Rack.
Okay, the Rack. I'll give you the Rack. You can have the Rack. I'll give you the Rack.
Well, she's not home yet, but I'll take the Rack.
My point is that nowadays every main player has some sort of finish, and they're kind of all the same when they're a choke.
Yes.
Like, what's the difference between the Karrion Kross thing and Samoa Joe's thing and Dean Ambrose's or John Moxley's thing?
They're all the name.
It's all the same. My point was, like, back in the day, bro, you saw the fucking Hitman slap the sharpshooter on homie. You were like, yo, it's a wrap.
He also worked the entire match to get to that move.
I understand what you're saying. I'm saying that there's a handful of submissions that you remember over the 25 years of wrestling.
Right.
And now it seems like everybody has a submission for no real reason.
Well, yeah. Why did John Cena use the STF?
Because it was called the shut the fuck up.
Yes, but that you've put the chicken before the egg officially. But I'm saying, what was the purpose for the powerhouse that was John? That'd be like Ultimate Warrior using.
Bro, did he ever really tap anybody out with the STF?
Yes.
That's like a setup move.
He put it on the Big Show famously. Because that was and maybe possibly Mabel.
Bro, I can't believe you called the perfect plex a submission.
I didn't. I said perfect. Use the figure 4.
We might have to fight over that.
Verby said, not me.
Oh.
Read the chat. Good God.
I'm just saying.
Thanks, Verby.
It's not.
I didn't call the perfect plexus submission.
All right.
He used the figure 4.
It's true.
He did a high bridge.
All right. Let me finish up SmackDown
Good
here.
God.
I don't know what.
Also,
we just went right off the rails.
Also, I rattled off at least 40 people that used submissions, but they still won't. Oh, that doesn't count.
Dog, if I ask the average person what the fuck Perry Saturn's finisher is,
the Rings of Saturn.
Nobody's saying that.
But you went with the Lion Tamer?
It's Chris Jericho. He's a goat.
Now?
It's been his finish for his whole career, son.
The Walls of Jericho and the Lion Tamer are not the same thing. The Walls of Jericho is a standing Boston Crab. The Lion Tamer, you drop the knee. You drop the right knee and you post with the left leg. Different move. He would bend dudes in half in WC on Nitro. He would bend people in half with the Lion Tamer.
This is why we're not monetized.
Rick Martel had a Boston Crab, according to Verby. There you go. Hoisted by your own petard, my friend.
Can I get to the best part of SmackDown?
Sure.
Without you ruining
Let's not forget who initiated this tangent.
So they're in the back.
Talking to you, Verby. You started this shit.
The bloodline. The bloodline's in the back.
Okay.
And Solo has a match versus Madcap Moss, which they got to get him off TV.
Yes.
Madcap Moss has got to get off television and do something else, be something different. The name is terrible. He's wears black. The guy can wrestle. It's not working. You've got to go.
Needs a repackage. In this new Triple H driven WWE, you need a new repackage.
So they're in the back, and Solo is getting ready to go to the ring.
Oh, Shotzi is with Braun's girlfriend? Good for him. Sorry, go ahead. I was looking at the YouTube clips. You're talking about Solo. Shay still had the ladies up there.
You're cutting me off at the legs, bro. So they're better to go to the ring.
I think somebody beat you to that, but go ahead.
And Solo. The Usos, Jimmy Uso is like, all right, Us, you got this, dog. You got this, blah, blah, blah. Jay Uso is not as thrilled. Sammy is obviously the honorary Us, and he's into it. And the Usos are going to walk him to the ring, and he goes, nah. I got this. I'm Solo. I got because earlier in the night Jay didn't help Sammy when he was getting beat down because he doesn't like him, but the other two did, right? Because there's like a wrinkle there.
Yes.
And so he goes, "No, dog, you're off your game tonight. I don't want you to walk me to the ring." And the Usos are like, "What the fuck?" And he goes, "Yo, Sammy, you ready to go, Us?" And like slaps him on the chest.
Oh shit.
And Sammy's all excited. And he's like, I got this. And he gets all in the Uso's face that doesn't like him. And he's like, we about to go to the ring, Us.
Oh, Sammy.
And so Solo comes out and he rolls to the ring and fucking Sammy is his boy. So it's a funny, like, this thing that they're doing enables that program or story to be entertaining if Roman isn't there. And it's really well played.
Yeah.
Because you're taking the main player out of that faction and making them on Fox, on national television,
Right.
make that storyline not wither away if Roman is only there every other week.
Right.
And I just think it's just kudos. I think it's cool. I think it's funny. Like you said, the whole Bloodline Sami Zayn thing. I'm ready for the documentary they're going to do on it at some point.
I'm here for it.
And it's going to be funny. So the main event before we get out of here was Ridge Holland and Butch defeated the New Day, Hit Row, and Imperium to it was a 3-way tag match.
For the belts? Or?
No. So this week in Salt Lake, which I'll be there.
Hey.
It's going to be the Usos versus
obviously not for the belts. The Usos have the belts, dude.
Right. Yeah, it's versus your boy Butch, Pete Dunne. And the other guy, Ridge Holland. They're in the Sheamus We Get in Fights at Bars gang.
Yes.
Oh, also the other dude from Imperium's back.
Yes, he came back at I don't know. Clash at the Castle.
He did?
Yes.
Oh, good for him.
Wowzers.
What?
The Bills put it on the old Titans, and I'm here for it. Sports Talk Radio is going to be lit tomorrow. Shout out to Tony Khan's Jacksonville Jaguars for being the leaders in the AFC South after 2 weeks of your NFL season.
Pumps, do you have any more wrestling? I will not. We're gonna have to miss next week too because I'm not gonna be.
You mean Salt Lake?
Oh wait, no. You know what?
I mean, I'm sure something will come up. We might have to do. We might have to do Monday anyway because Shay's got his thing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because I can't do Super Duper late.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah, I wasn't about to dox him, and
Yeah. All right, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, but no, real quick, Bobby Fish is apparently gone completely off the deep end. So there's that. If you want to look into it, he swears he can beat up everybody, and yeah.
Oh no! Can you send me some of these things? I love me some Bobby Fish.
No, and here's the thing that came out that I had kind of known, but this confirmed it. Bobby Fish gave do you remember Drake Wirtz, the crazy QAnon WWE referee that thought didn't want the kids to wear masks at school because the pedophiles were going to get them and they couldn't signal. Yeah, Bobby.
Yeah.
Lot of money to Wirtz's campaign. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. So, I knew he was super religious, and if that's what you're into, fine.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
But if you're going to donate to Drake Wirtz's political aspirations, that's a bridge too far.
I'm going to have to check that out.
But if anybody can get me a Drake Wirtz for state representative shirt, I will rock it. Because in a few years, those are going to be a hot ticket item. So. Actually, I could probably just send my... You know what? That's a discussion for off the air. Anyhoozle, no, other than that, Arthur Ashe is this week for AEW. Hopefully we get some sort of direction from the company. They killed it last year at that show, but it was also, they had just signed Bryan and Punk, and, they had a lot going on. That's what a difference a year makes. So hopefully, as someone who lived and worked in Queens for some good years at Citi Field for the Mets. I didn't work the U.S. Open, but Arthur Ashe is a beautiful stadium. I want nothing but good things for anyone that gets off the 7 train. So,
yeah,
they got to do something.
Stuff. Yeah, there's gonna be some good matches this week. So,
how about you there, sir?
I got nothing.
All right. Well, safe travels. And see you on the flip-flop.
Yeah, we're rolling into mid to late 1995.
Yep. You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
Yeah, shout out to everybody who hung with us.
Yes, Verby, thank you for the dono. You don't have to do that. We appreciate
Thanks
it.
to everybody that's gonna watch.
Shouts to everybody that checked in.
Yep. Shout out to Shay. Shay, we love you, brother.
Shay,
good job.
You are the unsung hero of this entire universe.
1,000,000%. And follow the Illuminerdi on all the things.
Yes.
I am Nathan as Skill. That is Pumps.
Look for Nate in Salt Lake in a Noggin Boss cap.
Be nice to each other.
Vote Democrat.
Chicken.